This is Natalie with the Real Estate Investment Nomad Podcast. Today we're in Portugal with Leesa. Thanks for being with us.
Welcome to Portugal.
Thank you. We just finished a very nice tour of the country. So we're going to talk about that, some real estate, what is like real estate in Portugal, what some of the benefits, but as well what are some of the risks that you need to keep in mind as a buyer or as an agent. So welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for joining our tour. It was fun. Long.
We had 7 days from all the way. You want to share a little bit of what we did this week?
We went from north to south. So we started Porto, then we went to Coimbra, then we went to Peniche, then we went to Algarve, to Lagos, then we went back to Lisbon and finished with a luxury event. So we saw properties all the way down, just to show the different areas. It's not a big country, but as you can see, very diverse, very different.
Yes. So I don't know, Leesa must be exhausted after 7 days. She took quite the tour. It was very informative. I feel like these tours are so important for people to come and see the locations, see how real estate works here. We had a lot of education on the process, viewings, a lot of food.
Food everywhere.
Food everywhere. We ate about 4 times a day because we had to try everything locally, and also the restaurants are so amazing by the water and everything. Well, let's talk about Portugal real estate as a whole, because I know you mentioned it's a skinny country, but there's a lot of coast. What would be like the differences between the cities that we saw? And then we're going to go into some of the process of how to buy.
Yeah, so that's the one thing. We get a lot of people going, we want a coastal town. So 3/4 of Portugal, coastal, which is amazing. You've got the Atlantic and the Mediterranean. But all very different. You've got Portuguese villages, you've got big cities, you've got countryside, you've got inland. So the biggest thing is we ask clients is, what is your community? Because they always go, I found the 2-bedroom home. And it's like, okay, but you are 15 minutes drive from a shop. And they're like, oh no, but I want to walk to a cafe. And we're like, then that's not the area. So the biggest thing we do with clients is we ask, what is your community? What does your everyday life want to be? If you want public transport, we're back to Lisbon and Porto. Those are the only cities that you don't need a car. And I think we discovered why. Lisbon is a little bit crazy. I was driving a bus, had a sense of humor failure, because the streets are narrow, there's lots of traffic, it's up and down hills. So that's the other thing. When you come to Porto and Lisbon, get good walking shoes, no matter where you are. The risks are also finding a good real estate to represent you that has lawyers that are going to represent the buyer, because lawyers that represent the agent, the interest is for the agent. So if an agency says to you, we have in-house lawyers, remember they're not representing you. They're representing the agent. So we give the whole process. We do the NIF numbers, we do the visas, we do the relocation, we do the currency, we do the mortgages. And we have all outside representation that represents the client, because we get represented with the properties. But our biggest thing is we're not trying to sell our clients anything. We want to find where they want to be. Is it an investment property? Is it their forever home? Is it their community that they want to be a part of? So we find all our buyers have different hats. Someone's like, what hat are you wearing today? Is it your investment property? Because then we want to find you the best return on your investment. And we forget about the community.
Yeah.
We will rent it. We will find someone for that community. If it's your forever home, you want to walk outside, you want to have a cafe, you want to be with Americans or expats, we know that as well. We have a team of 20 that cover the whole country. So I think we met a lot of them on the way.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Whether they just came to eat with us and join us. Some of them we saw their viewings, and we saw beautiful properties from the Douro Valley. We saw across the country, coastal hotels, luxury villas, residential. So we kind of got everyone covered. It depends what their budget is.
Yeah, no, that's great, because I think, as you said, it's very different to shop for lifestyle properties and for investment properties. Many people just want to have the lifestyle and come here and move.
Yeah.
Like some of our agents are even doing. They're like, I like so much Portugal that I'm ready to move here and do real estate here. So I think that's a great opportunity for agents to get to know the area and maybe even move here and do real estate.
That's the problem. I came here for a week. I've been here 10 years. A lot of our clients come and they go, we're just coming on a holiday visa, the 30 days or 60 days. And then when they're here, they go, so how do we get our visa done so we can stay, because we don't want to go back?
Yes.
So a lot come, they end up staying, we find them their property, they go back, pack up things and move. So the quickest we've done a visa for someone is 3 weeks. The longest, 3 to 4 months, obviously depending on paperwork. But everyone we use knows the embassy, they know the area, they know what's required, they know the laws that have changed. Because the laws change all the time. I was literally in a Zoom with a client and I'm explaining one of the visas and the guy I was with said, Lisa, that changed yesterday. And I went, that's why we use him.
Yes, no, I think many people don't understand that the law is different in the US. It's not as hardcore. You have to interpret the law. It's not like black and white.
Yeah.
That's why you always need an attorney next to you or somebody that understands the market or knows how it's changing so fast. So for people who are considering Portugal as a destination for living or being here like an extended period of time, 3 to 6 months, what, based on the cities that we went or the ones that you know about, what would be each city by lifestyle? Let's say one of them are beach towns, some of them are luxury towns, some of them are community, digital nomads, mountains.
So the biggest thing, so Porto is very eclectic. You've got Vila Nova de Gaia there across the river. There is a bit more countryside. You've still got the metro there. You've got beautiful beach properties. Then Porto itself is more cultural. It's kind of the smaller part of Lisbon. To me, it's the quainter part of Lisbon. It's nowhere near as big, but you still have the exposure to an exciting life if you want it. Central Portugal, which literally goes from the coast to the Spanish borders, which is between Lisbon and Porto, is full of expats that kind of want to retire, want a little bit downsize, quieten their life, want more value for their money. Like I have my 650,000 euro property in central Portugal. If I took that to the coast, either Cascais, that would be 2 million, Algarve probably 1.5 million for the same property.
Yeah.
So it depends budget, depends lifestyle, depends, are you young, want the vibe, do you want to work, do you need to commute, do you want to be close to an airport? All of those are factors. But Portugal's not that far. I live in central Portugal, but I take my car to Coimbra and I leave it at the train station for free. Jump on the train to Porto or Lisbon, and I'm gone for 2 or 3 weeks if I go on holiday.
Yeah.
So there are options for every budget and every lifestyle. Depends what your lifestyle is. Are you a surfer? Are you a golfer?
Yeah,
Do you want equestrian? We cover a lot of equestrian properties as well.
That's awesome because I feel like Portugal has a space to spread out, to have your big house if you want to, or if you have your studio in the city because you want to be near people and activities, especially for the expats that are in the younger, digital nomad side of
Demographic.
things.
Oh, and that's also with expats that are under 35. If you move to Portugal, become a resident, and you actually work, pay taxes here, and you're under 35 and it's your first home, you don't pay your purchase taxes.
Oh, sales taxes.
Exactly. So you don't pay any of your purchase taxes, and you can get up to 100% mortgage depending on the nationality and depending on the qualifications. But we have a mortgage advisor in the team that can help with the updates on that. So that's just, it might change by the time you watch this.
Yeah,
Just
follow
saying.
with Lisa and all her posts. So, for example, for the cost of living, like you've been here for a while,
Yeah.
10 years now. Somebody who saw big houses in the countryside, like huge, beautiful homes.
Yeah.
And the price was pretty decent. So, can we talk about the price per square meter by city, or kind of like a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, like so we can standardize people that are watching that we're like, if I want a condo, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, it costs me this much here and this much here.
It's quite complicated because it can change by street per city.
Okay.
So sometimes if you go from one street in Porto to 2 streets up, it doubles in price.
Okay.
So it depends on the area, it depends on the luxury, because luxury can go up to 7,500 per square meter. It can start at 1,500 per square meter. Depending on the property, depending on the upgrades, depending on how close you are to the sea. Condos, apartments, the higher you up, the more expensive it is. The better the views, the more expensive it is. So the closer you are to city center, we're doing return on investment for clients in Porto, and we moved one street and the property prices doubled. So that all goes back to what's your lifestyle, what are your musts, what are your absolute no's. So we can give that idea for clients across the whole of Portugal. We can work on their budget, we can make suggestions. If they're not afraid to update a property, and we have a lot of Americans and Canadians, South Africans coming in, that don't realize to update a bathroom could cost €5,000. Of course, depending on what you put in, up to 20,000. But you could also spend 10,000 on a whole kitchen. So people come with the concept that it's going to be hundreds of thousands, and we're like, no. So sometimes the cosmetic upgrades aren't what people think it's going to be.
Okay.
I bought an old house, I fixed it up. It's now worth 1.5 times what I paid for it.
Nice.
So
It's good to have the investment eye if you want to buy low,
Exactly.
renovated, and eventually.
you're never going to lose money because the minute it's renovated, it's now into that next bracket. So that's the great thing is it's not, there's a fixed price that you now, because you've got the Portuguese prices and you've got the upgraded prices.
Okay, okay. Nice. So there's location, how it looks like,
Yeah.
colors and finishes, and also maybe accessibility, whether it's a city or countryside.
Exactly,
It's like
exactly.
anywhere, right?
Exactly.
So let's chat about the immigration side of things, because I know that some people did the golden visa a while ago.
Yes.
Now there's no longer the program, but there's different ways to do it.
We do golden visa through investment funds,
Okay.
and we do have a very good green fund with one of our team that works with it,
Okay.
where you get 8% return. It's 500,000 investment.
Okay.
So you can either do the golden visa where you have to be a minimum 7 days, which is through investment funds where you get a return on your investment. Or we do investment properties where you get the mortgage and we rent it out, so you also get a return. But that doesn't qualify for golden visa. But there's about 12 different visas in Portugal that we can get you in on. So our relocation specialist will find the one that suits you.
Okay, perfect. There's also this, when there was a golden visa, I feel like some realtors that are so ethical, they'll be like selling properties for the amount, raise the amount of the value of the home because they want to qualify, while the client didn't know what was the real value. What were some of the risks we see here in Portugal?
So that happened when the golden visa were available for central Portugal.
Okay.
I literally had a client that asked me to take his property off at 400,000 and reintroduce it at 500,000, so it qualified.
Okay.
So of course I refused and I lost the listing, which is fine. My reputation is my client. So we can find a property and do an evaluation for the client and make sure that we know it's in the price bracket. So we know all that. We can go in and say, this is the value, let's make an offer at this. Everyone knows what the value is. Sometimes they're being cheeky.
Yeah.
But now that the golden visa's gone from property, everything's stabilized back to what it should be.
Yeah.
Because they also realize buyers aren't stupid.
Yeah.
And as agents, so if a buyer contacts an agent directly, they're not going to get the honest. If they have an agent representative, like a buyer's agent, it doesn't cost anyone. We contact the agent straight away. We go, I want the paperwork.
Yeah.
Because then we can work out it's legit, it's legal, we can work out the price, and then we're representing the buyer in the proper way. That's the key to having a good buyer's agent,
The trust, right? Yeah.
the trust.
Besides the price that is not set, let's say there's no MLS here, what are some of the risks buyers should keep an eye on? Besides working with a good agent, because sometimes that's a make it or break it
Yeah,
point.
that's a make or break.
But
Never, ever, ever, ever pay a deposit to anybody for anything without a contract, without a lawyer, without seeing the paperwork. We've had clients that have come in that have been burnt. We said, please don't. This one client found a property. The agent said, oh, we've got offers. If you don't pay a deposit now, you're going to lose it. I'm like, please don't contact people direct.
Yeah.
They paid a deposit and the advert disappeared. The agent was gone. There was no information. And she said, but the house is so beautiful. I'm like, it was pictures. Anyone can put pictures up.
Yeah.
So this is where if we have international buyers, we go do a virtual tour. We get the paperwork. We check everything. We make sure everything's as the pictures. We do a contract with the agency so it's all legal. So we have repercussions if something goes wrong. So that's vital.
Yeah, no, because we hear some horror stories. Outside of the US, it's different. I mean, probably the litigation, if it's not the same as South America, that takes forever.
Yeah, it's
So you
same
spend
here.
more money
It takes
to
forever.
get, your money back. So you're like,
That's why
might as well
people
lose
don't
it.
bother. Exactly. And that's why we go, don't do anything. And if an agent's going to pressure you, there's usually a problem with the property.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's see. For the tourists, I think that's super important because they get to see the place. I mean, at least the realtors that come from abroad. Like
Exactly.
we had just now.
Yeah, it's very important that the realtors come see for their buyers so
Yeah.
they know what they're selling.
Yeah. Physically. Because
Yes,
you have to go
physically.
check and
Exactly.
see it and see how big it is.
And they know the
location.
agents they're going to be working with.
Yeah.
Because that's where we made that connection now. We know each other, and that's why we keep dealing with each other.
Yeah, no, I know, because then having a connection, I can call you right away. Like, what would be the case for this client or
Yeah.
this that? Because we have a relationship. It's not like gonna charge me for a consultation.
Exactly.
As a peer, right?
Exactly.
And then, and that way we learn more, so we can recommend better properties abroad.
And look after our buyers better.
Yes, exactly. So we're excited to keep promoting the real estate tours. We're gonna have another one in Portugal next year.
Yes.
Hopefully another gala as well, like we did just now.
We will do smaller areas.
Yes.
And not the whole country.
We did the whole country, literally.
Yeah, literally, we did the whole country.
So, no, we're excited to work with the team, get to know everybody that, you're one point of contact for the whole country. So it's not like you have to do with different agents. Like, I don't know if it's Porto or Lisbon, so I have two agents that,
Yeah.
maybe point of contact you tell them the difference between all the areas. And then at that point, you can check prices and locations.
And then we work directly with the agent, so you never lose that contact.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's super important because sometimes you can get so many opinions, so many prices. Some agents will push Porto if they're from Porto.
Exactly.
If they're from Lisbon, they'll push Lisbon.
Exactly.
But there's nobody will be like, let me know what you want, and I will guide you where.
Exactly.
Even I think we had a case this week that if the house is on a hill.
Yeah.
You want to know that.
Yeah.
Because you go back home with your groceries.
You can't
you're
park.
Like,
Yeah.
this sucks. The pictures look nice, but it's a hike.
Yeah, you're
Going to
literally
your
going
house.
up a hill like this, and then you're like, oh, you can't park out front because there's so much parking.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's complicated.
Yeah. So keep that in mind, and also, you can contact Leesa directly for any questions in Portugal. I'm super excited to start like the motion of like sharing inventory.
Exactly.
You guys can. How can people find you online?
So you're going to drop my tag.
Yes, we'll drop all your links.
Exactly.
Share your Leesa.
So Leesa Booyzen,
Booyzen.
but it's spelled complicatedly.
Yes.
So Leesa Booyzen.
And you haven't told us where you're from.
So originally from South Africa, moved to the UK, moved to Ireland, now in Portugal, because I kind of enjoy the sunshine and being safe.
Yes. No, like I like that broad view that you have. Not only, you're not only from Portugal, selling Portugal, you've seen more than 3-4 markets, so you
Exactly.
understand, and especially how Americans buy, how Canadians buy. I think like you have, recorded the process.
And our
to the
team
detail.
is full of expats. So we've got Americans that have moved in, Canadians that have moved in, South Africa. So we've all done the move. We are expats helping expats because we know the complications. We know how difficult it is to bring your dog over,
Yes.
to move all your appliances, to whatever. So don't bring appliances. It's not worth it. The people
don't
that
plug
do
into
regret
the
it.
thing.
Exactly, exactly.
It's like this, but it's supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
Cool. So thank you for all the information, the tour, getting to hang out more. I think is vital
Right, yeah.
for agents who are watching this to have the experience, save the dates, and also network with everybody who's here. If you're interested or your clients are interested in Portugal as a market.
We'll be setting up more dates and we'll see you soon. Thanks, Natalie.
Thank you. See you guys.
Bye.